another set of language, you know. If a person feels acknowledged, understood, it's a very empowering experience. I mean, I know how I feel when someone gets what I'm saying or feeling. That's empowering someone to be who God made them to be.
Great.
And enabling is just leaving all of their crutches under them, you know, and they stay feeling a victim, or they stay feeling weak because you've done it for them, or you've given them some cliche or whatnot, you know, that you know, the caregivers just sometimes forget and do, you know. It's the whole thing of, you know, empowering. You know, it's what God did when God started creation. You know, God immediately empowered us by saying, "You are like me." You know, you see the possibilities, and then He gave us the responsibility. The world's yours. You know, but if you know, if Adam and Eve did not understand, you know, their power, their strength, you know, they couldn't take on that responsibility. They couldn't be who they were called to be.
Lorraine, when you said the technique that you would learn was when we say, "Let me understand if I got it."
Yeah.
On one level, it is very important that they know that we've got it. But what Uzi was trying to teach us is when we make a mistake, sometimes by introducing ourselves, we then inject ourselves. Let me understand if I understand you, rather than you were saying that you're frightened. It stays focused on you. You know I'm listening. You can tell me right away if I've got it right or if I don't. And the tactic, or not the deliberate tactic, but the diversionary move is eliminated of me getting myself into the middle of that conversation. It's just you talking, me responding. It's a much clearer, more direct kind of communication.
In other words, what that statement says is, let's see if I'm on track.
Okay.
Can I suggest a quick role play?
I don't know if we have time, but
just a couple of minutes that might illustrate what we're doing.
You, go ahead.
Fred, I can't find my keys. I feel terrible. I don't know where I put my keys. I can't find my keys. I don't know how to get out of here.
You're worried. You're really worried.
Well, I'm scared, I think, maybe. I can't find my keys. I don't know where I put them. It happens all the time.
It frightens you.
Yeah, this happens all the time.
Worried that this is an ongoing issue.
Yeah. I just feel so alone, so scared. And you know, nobody seems to get it. I can't, you know. What am I without my keys? I'm just very scared about what's happening to me.
You're concerned that those keys are a bigger issue than just keys?
Yeah, I just don't know what's happening to my mind. The doctor says I might have Alzheimer's.
That's a very scary thought.
I don't know what to do. I just feel like I'm losing it. It's nice though, because I can still, apparently somebody still understands me. it wasn't about the keys, really. I mean, that was just as you put it, the top of the iceberg.
Mm-hmm.
I really needed to get out. I mean, why would I have bothered him about my keys? You know, I must have thought that somehow he could really help. You know, the issue really isn't the keys.
Mm-hmm.
You know, probably when I calmed down, I would have remembered where I put them. You know, who knows? That just wasn't the issue.
I think that's a very good illustration.
Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you. I think
And
we saw
you
very
did
much
wonderful.
that
Exactly what we were taught by Rabbi Weinstein.
Thank you.
Yeah, just very, very little input except to keep connected and to keep your story going.
Mm-hmm. And what was especially important is that he shut up, really, just to see if I'm done. Mm-hmm. And I was far from done.
And I can tell you, Lorraine, now maybe you don't ever have this problem, but for us as clergy, that shutting up, that's the toughest thing we face, boy.
It is.
Amen, brother.
Our whole instinct is to say, okay, you've come, I'm here, you know.
Yes.
I've got a story for just about any one of your problems.
Yeah. I have a joke for everyone.
Or a sermon, or a cliche.
Yes, that is the thing, you know, and not only for those of us who are in the ministry, but also those of us who've been just in charge of anything. In this kind of world, we have to move on, there are things to do, or we have the things. One of the most important things I learned about humility was to say, I don't know. And 99% of the time, for other people's problems, I don't know.
That's one of the points that Uzi made.
Yes.
I remember vividly the first time he started talking, and he was listening like we were doing. I said, tell him something, you know. And it takes a while to assimilate this skill.
And that's one of the a lot of the things that we learned with Rabbi Uzi, a very unusual name, by the way, one does not forget. Thank you very much,
You're
Rabbi
welcome.
Fuchs, for being here, Father Mike for being with me. And for those of you out there, please keep your hearts and your minds open to these voices in the wilderness. Good evening.
Surely goodness and kindness